Oh, shoot.
Wait, what? We're definitely not going to wait and see what happens.
No.
But...
we start the closing... Well, because the cross-examination is on hold, technically.
Right? I mean, unless there's something new, but what... I'm trying to think how the cat flap is going to do something, but... I'm kind of afraid to move on here. I don't know.
I don't know presenting the cat flap evidence will help with the cross-examination.
That's what I'm thinking here, because it's like, what is that going to prove?
Right.
Because the only thing I think of is the peephole.
Right, that's what I was thinking, but I'm like, it was already there.
Exactly. But I'm trying to think, like, what, how it could have been used maliciously. But the only person that had it was Sasato. Am I not mistaken?
Right.
I mean, there's that theory I told you.
No, that can't be it.
I mean... That's the thing. Like, I don't see how cross-examining is going to help right now. We are legit at the closing argument. So
I'd say let's do closing argument.
Now that we've come this far, all I can do is try to persuade a jury. Looks like we jacked up already.
Oops.
What are you doing, Master Naruhodo? Huh? Are you just gonna let Mr. Sato's heartfelt action go to waste?
Oh. Okay, so I guess we had to perform.
Along with the final piece of evidence she left for you? The final piece of evidence? This isn't the time for you to dawdle. You need to turn the testimony once more.
Well, then...
But demanding new testimony now would be...
I don't think that'll happen. Remember the situation we're in right now.
Oh.
If the defense does not supply an answer, we will proceed to the verdict.
Mata, hold on, Mata. Please wait, my lord. The defense wishes to... I want to cross-examine the witness.
Freaking...
The jurors have already arrived at a verdict. You cannot ask for a new cross-examination now.
Bit.
I'm not asking for a new cross-examination. We were in the middle of one already. What's this? How forgetful you are today, dear Reaper. My lord, somewhere suspend it. And he did purposely say that.
That's true, yes. Yeah, the court suspends cross-examination. You object, defense. No.
No, I'm good.
In other words, nobody else has a say in the matter right now. If Ryu says he wants to continue this cross-examination...
The court has no choice but to resume said cross-examination. Ridiculous!
This is the court's view on the matter. The defense's request is certainly justified. However, when a trial has continued for this long, it is the court that decides the timing of the ruling. For that reason, I will give the defense a single chance. You may present a single piece of evidence against a single statement contained by the witness's testimony.
I don't like that. A single piece of evidence?
Should you make no progress, the court is prepared to announce its verdict. Do you have any objections?
As you wish, my lord. Sir! A single piece of evidence against a single statement. That's more than enough. Now then, Master Naruhodo, it's about time for me to keel over. The rest is up to you. Ow. Mr. Holmes!
Somebody gonna help? Hello? Okay. Sure, why not?
To be continued.
Nope.
Never mind.
We're gonna present and then we're gonna do we continue.
Such a high fever. No, sorry, that's you.
How dare?
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. Such a high fever, yet he still stood here as if he were healthy as ever. I can't tell if it's fortitude or his absurdity that makes him so terrifying.
Little column A, little column B.
Column B.
He's most likely resting in peace in the waiting room after now. Don't say resting in peace. I'm glad Miss Jones isn't here to hear all this.
Now, defense, are you ready?
No. Yes, my lord. One piece of evidence to use on one piece of testimony.
Oh my god.
Iris. Mr. Holmes. Ow. It's Sato too. They all gave me this one last chance. This will decide how this trial ends.
Defense, resume your cross-examination. Save.
Save?
Yeah, just in case we game over.
Oh, that's right.
Excuse me.
No, you're good.
I know it'll probably take us back to to the point where we present it, but just in case.
No, you're good. Was it this side? Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Listen to the music.
Whoa. Hell yeah.
Not right?
Man, this music. Alright. Hold on. No, wait a minute. Look at that.
Huh.
If we select... If we go to the present thing, it only shows one penalty mark.
No, it'll show the whole... I think it's gonna do the whole thing.
Okay. I mean, okay, we can assume that the evidence is the cat flap maker, right?
Right.
So, with that in mind, these two idiots were fighting with pawnbroker house by the entrance. Eliminated. When Nemi was shoved aside, I suddenly felt this pain in my arm. Eliminated. I pursued the shopkeeper and peered into the small peephole into the... What does he mean that he peered into the small peephole? I wouldn't say that's exactly small now, would it?
Right.
So this is a possible thing.
Okay. Then I saw the accused in her black coat shoot the shopkeeper as he tried to run away. Blood erupted from the shopkeeper's back and splashed onto the defendant's coat. After she tossed the gun through the peephole, I picked it up and escaped with it.
Through the peephole. Oh god.
Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Isn't the little peephole flap open one way? Because it has a knob on it.
Not see. I was thinking about that because, well, didn't you say that it sells hinges so it does both ways?
Right.
So that's why I'm a little bit confused.
Well,
hold
on.
Let's examine the thing again.
Please don't present. I just want to look at the evidence game.
The blades look really sharp. Right, they're made of alloy. What the hell was that? What was that noise?
Hmm? The game do it?
Well, maybe. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm not going crazy. They rotate 10 times to cut through a door in any door in an instant. Now, by the way, what are these two things on the top here? Oh. Now see, they install hinges into the cutout so the cat flap can swing open both ways.
Both ways.
Hinges.
Hinges, yeah.
I'm proud of these high-powered parts. No matter the door, it'll cut right through it. The machine's purpose is pretty cute, but it's more of a destructive weapon than just a device. A mega deal to devil himself, little Wakahai. That's what I'm a little confused about, because it's a peephole. Right?
Right.
Why would it... I'm a little bit confused. Why would it go both ways? Like, when it's a peephole?
Exactly. I'm gonna go to the last statement and then press, like, continue.
Oh,
Where, like,
just to move
at the
forward?
end. Yeah. And then he's like, I only get one chance.
I only get one chance to present evidence. There's only one piece of evidence left for me to use.
I wonder when Susie got her hands on this. She even managed to use it in the pawn shop.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Holmes said. I only left the crime scene for about 5 minutes to chase the tin pillars. With that in mind, I wonder how she managed to use this in such a short time frame. Now, depending on how she used it, this testimony may be the final nail in the coffin. Okay, so she used it at the crime scene.
Right. So while he left to go chase the bad guys, that's when she used it.
Wait, I think I have something going on here.
Okay, what?
Now, say the peephole's already there. Yes?
Okay. Yes.
And
Yes.
say it was already like one way. Oh no, no. Damn it! No, I lost it. No, it doesn't make sense. I keep thinking back to the peephole of the door.
Right.
Was it one way or two way?
I think it's one way because there's only a knob. There's only one knob on it. I wish I could see the effing picture.
That's my problem. I wish I can look at the door. I tried looking at the picture.
There is no peephole on it. In any of the photos, there's
Is
no
that
peephole.
why I was so damn confused earlier?
Yes. There's no Look at the picture of 1:30 a.m.
Damn it! I was so adamant that.
Oh wait a minute. Hold on.
Or is it
Okay,
hidden?
1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
There's a if you use a magnifying glass to outline to look at there's an outline of a box.
Yeah.
But if you go to the photo of Gina, there's no hole.
Damn it! I knew that thing was pissing me off. I thought it just kept getting hidden behind a damn curtain.
So then
So that's how she used it.
Yep. So
There
between
was-
that time,
Between 1 and 1:30. So wait a minute, she used it before? Was she with Gina? I'm so confused because he's saying that he's peered into the small peephole. There was no peephole.
right. Oh,
So, oh,
so I'm assuming we present the cat maker thing.
yeah,
right?
but what statement?
Where?
That's the. I mean, we knew that we had to present the cat flat maker, but now we understand why. But where do we do it? Is it this one where he peered into a small peephole? I want
to say after she tossed the gun through the people, I picked it up and escaped with it. Because I feel like anywhere where it has people, I think that's where we can present it.
Alright, sorry, I'm dropping frames again, guys. I don't know what the hell's just being stupid today.
Which statement do you think?
I was thinking the one where he peered into it. The third statement.
Okay.
But I don't know, I'm scared.
Let me save. I'm gonna save. Real quick. I saved already, but just, just in
Just
case.
do it again? No, I gotcha.
And I will present
On what statement?
the third one.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The music stopped. Ah!
So you pursued the shopkeeper and peered into small people, right?
Yes, the third statement.
Okay. Come on. Oh, I'm scared.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Okay. What is this strange little contraption?
It's a device that can create an entrance for kitty cats in the snap. Whatever the kind of door, it'll carve out another little door just for them.
It basically creates a second smaller door inside an existing door. It means cats can get in and out without having to wait for a human to open the door for them.
Do you think I'm daft? What kind of idiot couldn't guess that? But a toy like this has no relation whatsoever to a murder trial. Oh!
You sure about that?
Oh, I think you're right.
About what?
About Susato being with Gina.
That's the only way it works now, isn't it?
She went with her because, remember, she was acting all shady towards Gina.
I'm confused. Why?
Because she wanted to know about the manuscript. She wanted to read it because she's freaking...
But wait, she knew about the manuscript even before all this, though.
Oh, that's true.
Hmm.
I think she has I think she has something to do with the reason why Holmes won't let it be published. There's something in that story that is confidential.
Okay.
After all, it's not as if there was a cat flap anywhere on that door. I don't have a cat at home, so I can't quite say I understand.
Then let me word it a little differently. This device can create a peephole in an instant.
What? A peephole?
Now, two nights ago, you're good. We went to the pawnbrokers right after the incident had occurred. Now, according to the report, you were accompanied by Mr. Holmes and your legal assistant, correct? Precisely. Then, my legal assistant used this at the scene.
Oh, what in blazes?
Now, if you remember, there was a peephole in that door. In fact, I actually looked into that storeroom through the peephole myself.
Don't be ridiculous. What are you trying to get at? That peephole was in the door from the very beginning. I witnessed the crime through that peephole, after all.
Is that really true?
Nah, bruh. Well, what? What do you mean by that, defense?
It's time for me to go all out. Here's what I'm trying to get at. Until my legal assistant had created that peephole, there was no way to see into the storeroom through that door.
What? What? Oh, that was cool.
That's absurd. You can't possibly be implying. My legal assistant made the peephole when she used this device. Stop dropping frames, damn it.
This is the perfect time. Stop it.
Why were you all fine throughout the entire stream? I was like, oh, now I'm gonna jack up. I'm sure the weather isn't helping, but still. I can go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm reading
did I?
something on chat real quick. I don't know whether... Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna break the rule. I don't know, Phantom, if you're trying to... If it's not... I'm not a dog. Please don't command me to do commands. I don't appreciate that. I don't care if you call me triggered or not. That's just... I just don't like that.
It's
so
not even... Yeah, hold on a minute. Like, this is just for everybody. We said multiple times. You guys... Son of a... Okay. Guys... You guys need to understand how to communicate and write out whatever you're trying properly. You know? I said this multiple times, and it gets frustrating that we have to say it multiple times. Call it common sense or whatever. There is a way to speak to others. Straight up. And if we warned you time and time again, and you guys are still going to act a certain way, I don't know what to say anymore. Simple as that, guys. Where are we at?
I don't know. It's fine now, but just as a heads up, don't do it anymore. That'd be great. Thank you. I know I make weird sounds, and if it, yeah, obviously it sounded like a dog. I wasn't trying to, but yes, just don't do that.
There's jokes to make and there's jokes not to make. Simple as that.
It's okay, Phantom. I forgive you. You're fine. I know you're trying to be funny, but sometimes funny does not come across as funny. It's just weird. People are just used to their own humor, and they think that it's funny, and sometimes it's not.
Once again, it's very hard. It's hard when things are conveyed through text and chat, and that's why I make the rules that I have, and I warn people like, guys, you may have to switch the way you guys are speaking because it doesn't come off properly. So that's kind of how that's coming up.
Okay, it's fine. It's over. Nobody needs to comment about it or attack people. Please don't do it. It's fine. It's over. All good. We're all good on the same page. We're good. We're fine.
And nobody's in trouble, just to clarify that too, so don't feel like you are. Everything's fine now, guys.
Okay, so we're good. Let's continue. We're having fun. Okay, oh, that's me. She tampered with a crime scene despite her status as a legal assistant? That is an act of vandalism worthy of a hefty punishment.
My deepest apologies. It most likely happened in a few minutes while I was looking for a police officer. But if that really is the case, Mr. Crowgray's earlier testimony contains a glaring contradiction.
A contradiction? Exactly what kind of contradiction?
Mr. Crowgray's so-called decisive eyewitness testimony was all seen through the storeroom door's peephole, according to him.
But...
Oh, wait a minute. So, sorry, I just thought of something. I'll say like maybe Susato was there with Gina to make that peephole, but no, we're saying the peephole wasn't even there, period.
Oh.
It was made after the whole crime happened.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because in the pictures, it's what? It's like 1 a.m. to
1:30.
2 a.m.?
No, it's 1 and 1:30.
Oh, okay.
But my thing is, why did she create it then?
I don't know.
Unless I'm missing something here.
Maybe we'll find out here in a minute.
Alright. However, at the time of the murder, there was still no peephole in that door. And if we keep that in mind, it was absolutely impossible for you to have witnessed a crime from the outside.
Oh, God!
That can only mean one thing. Your whole testimony is nothing but lies!
What did you say?
I said you're a big fat phony!
Hey, this guy's a phony! Order! What on earth is the meaning of that?
That claim of yours will not suffice. I'm sure even you are aware of that.
Exactly. Do you think such a childish claim would pass in court?
What part of this seems so childish to you?
Simple. Are you really saying that toy can just make a door effortlessly?
Yep. It boasts enough power to carve out any door in an instant, no matter what it's made of.
What utter rubbish! There is no way it could do something like that.
Just try it right now.
Right?
I thought you might say that.
Huh?
Wagga hi! Come here, sweetie. Time for din-dins.
Did she?
Hi, buddy. She did. She really
Hey,
did.
sweetie. Oh my god.
She really did make a hole.
She behind them. Let me just. How did nobody hear that?
Right. Well, yeah. Now I'm curious when she did this. Oh.
You see?
Oh. Now listen here. You can't just use the crown force doors. Oh, that's funny. You can't just use a crown course doors to make cat flaps. That isn't the only issue, though. There's still more. Was the peephole really made of that toy or not? You have no way to prove it.
What are you saying? That's easy peasy.
What?
This device always makes cap-flaps the same predetermined dimensions. It should match up perfectly with the people at the scene. Haha! That frilly man shut right up, didn't he?
Nice work, Iris. You're a lifesaver.
Hmm.
But perhaps it's time for you to shut right up now, exchange student. Your legal assistant has already returned to the Far Eastern Island. Am I wrong?
You aren't, no.
In that case, your claim is lacking one very important thing. Even if that peephole's dimensions matched up perfectly with that device. When exactly was it made? The prosecution demands evidence.
Oh,
Yeah,
bitch.
we
Sorry.
have it.
Sorry.
Did you say, oh, bitch?
Yes.
Danielle.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you have nothing to apologize for. We said so much worse.
Oh.
God!
Oh, what do you mean, Lord Fancies?
This is rather simple. Was the peephole made with that toy before or after the incident? The aforementioned legal system has already left any testimony or proof along with her.
Okay.
When was that peephole created at the crime scene? While there is no proof of the answer, your words are simply baseless conjecture.
What?
No, we have it.
Nani?
You're certainly right, Defense. How do you respond?
Take a look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
I keep forgetting the rest of the words.
I know.
It's only those 2 lines that we know.
You can't turn back now, Ryu. All we can do now is carve our own door and force it wide open.
In all honesty, I'm not confident I can do this. But there is one thing I know for certain. Sasato is the greatest legal assistant in the world.
The court requests evidence. Defense. Sorry, I thought I said evidence. Show us proof that the storeroom's door peephole was created after the crime.
That.
God, there's so much pieces of evidence. Where's one? Is it the after crime?
I thought it was before crime, because well, the Gina one shows that it wasn't created. And then the 131 shows that it was. So I think we want to show that it wasn't there.
Okay.
So I think so anyway.
Yeah, Hide.
This would seem to be from that camera you foolish detective set up. My legal assistant, Sasato Mikotoba, really is extraordinary.
And I'm in love with her. Sorry.
You never know.
Oh.
That's why, no matter the situation, she was always thinking about the evidence we would need.
Hold on.
That's evidence. Huh?
These damn frame drops are gonna piss me off.
What the hell, man?
Like, not now. Out of all times, not now. Please hold steady.
Come on, Street. Hold steady. I want to find out what that Morse code is. But we don't have it fully, do we?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay, you can continue. Sorry.
If it is on this end. Sorry. Okay.
There you
And that evidence is this picture?
This was taken when the defendant broke into the pawn shop. Indeed. It captures a moment a heinous defendant mercilessly threatened the defense's victim.
that part's not important.
Look! Look at the door behind them!
Show it to me again, please. I need to read my glasses. Oh, this is... My word! The storeroom door! There's no peephole in it!
Mr. Crowgray. At the time, you were unable to view the crime through the peephole. Because that peephole was yet to be created. In other words, your testimony is nothing but a storeroom of lies!
Damn you! Order! 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 It seems the defense has perfectly proven its claim. This witness has The witness has told an entirely false testimony.
Quite so. He's done a splendid job of proving as such. Just as he has done a splendid job of proving his legal assistant's unforgivable sin of forgery.
What?
Huh? However, that is all there is to it.
What do you mean, Lord Van Zeus?
Even if this man has committed an egregious crime of perjury, we still cannot call him a murderer.
What? Quite right.
What?
It's true. I was at the crime scene then. And then I was shot in the arm. That is all. Yes, in fact, you should consider me a victim.
What? What? Can we not?
Seriously?
A victim? Seriously? But right now, there's no evidence that decisively proves that he's a murderer.
But, you know, I think it's already too late for him.
Iris?
After all, once a door has been opened, there's no turning back for anyone.
Bye, Wagahi.
What cat butt.
Right, Ryu?
Wait, isn't that another word?
Oh,
Holmesy always says this one thing. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart. Or was it something that I wrote?
No, Iris. You're absolutely right. Mr. Crowgray, you've done more than just commit perjury. After all, those lies were impossible from the start.
they were impossible. Just what do you mean?
That within your lies, you revealed something that you shouldn't have known. Therefore, there is a fundamental contradiction within your words.
What?
Well, how very amusing, attorney. Let's hear it then. Tell us more about the so-called contradiction. It's just like Iris said. See through one lie and their whole story falls apart. Mr. Crowgray wasn't supposed to know about a certain something. The great contradiction caused by this is... Well, I was actually going to bring all those up.
Yeah. Is it any of them, or is it... The great contradiction is caused by this?
I think the big thing is the bloodstains.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, we mentioned that, because we're like... Well, no.
Hold on a minute. I mean, that's what I'm... What did he say again? Hold on. He wasn't supposed to know about a certain something. He wasn't supposed to know. I do want to say the bloodstains, because those are not the right bloodstains anyway. How did he know there were bloodstains, period? Like, he was adamant there were bloodstains.
Right, because we mentioned... Because that was Mortar's blood, his dad's blood.
Right.
So either he was with him when all that happened went down and he saw the blood go on him. I'm gonna say the coat's bloodstains.
That's what I'm going for.
Should I save? Yeah, I'm gonna save too.
Just, well, after what you've been going through, yes.
Save's coming! Alright, I'm going with my gut with the blood saves. It's true that there was blood on Gina's coat.
Indeed. The blood spattered positively everywhere.
But how could you have known that?
Well, of course, I saw it through the peephole.
The important thing here isn't that he told a lie. It's why he was able to tell that lie.
I'm afraid I failed to understand.
In that case, let me ask you just one thing. Mr. Crowgray, how did you know? How did you know that the peephole on the door even existed?
Really? That should be obvious. Oh no.
Oh, shit. That's why what he was thinking. For real.
Whatever is the matter? Why the sudden silence?
That peephole was created after the crime. After I let those two robbers slip away, I returned to the shop. Scotland Yard arrived almost immediately after, and ever since then, that pawn shop has been under investigation by the police. I believe I'm not mistaken, Inspector Gregson. No, you're absolutely correct. The pawn shop is stuffed full of those pledges. In order to make it through them all, we scheduled shifts, such as an officer was always present. So naturally, Mr. Crowgray wouldn't have been able to enter the crime scene. Thus, you shouldn't have known about the existence of that peephole. It should have been absolutely impossible for you to testify about it. However, there's no denying that he testified about it. He stated that he witnessed the crime through it.
Just how can that be possible?
Who's this?
I think that's a juror, but I don't know which one.
I beg your pardon. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
May I ask you something, Lord Van Zeeks? What do you want, Inspector Gregson? It's about time I give my report to the Yard. I have nothing else I'm able to testify about that, so if you'll excuse me... You have not been given permission to leave the stand, Inspector Gregson.
What?
I'm telling you that you are not to be excused, Inspector. Until this trial is over, you will not step away from the witness stand.
Why does he want to leave so bad?
something's wrong.
Understood.
Mr. Crowgray. You shouldn't have been able to know about that peephole. Which means you must have heard that information from someone else.
Attorney, that claim of yours has a very significant, deeper meaning.
I'm aware. The defense believes Mr. Crowgray was able to claim that he witnessed the scene of the crime because he received information about it from some third party. And if I consider every clue we've been given up until now, it can be no one other than...
Who in blazes was this person? Who would have given the witness information that he could use to give false testimony?
Is that why?
Is that Gregson? Are you serious?
Wait,
Dude!
wait, hold on.
It explains why they were whispering to each other.
He received information about it from some third party. No. Why? Why? Why?
I don't know.
I'm afraid to present this.
It's not the Tooley brothers.
I presented him.
It was you, Inspector Gregson, wasn't it? Me? On what grounds do you make this frivolous claim? In this incident, we've only known the name Rupert Crowgrave for a few hours. After all, it only came to light during the trial.
There was an hour-long recess while we hastily prepared for another testimony. A bailiff went to the city's telegraph office and summoned this witness.
Now, before then, there's no way Mr. Crowgrave could have imagined that he would be brought to the witness stand before us.
Which means at this point he shouldn't have...
Right. I think it's safe to assume that he didn't know about the peephole. And oh, hold on really quick.
You okay?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. Now, just breaking my rule one more time. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, hold on real quick.
You okay?
Yeah. Guys. There is people here that may have not played that particular game. Do not do that again. Don't do not assume that. Yes, it's a spoiler. Are you? Okay. I'm not. Listen. I don't mean to get mad. I'm sorry. It's a spoiler for that game. Like, dear God, it's a spoiler for that game. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the reason why I got rid of those messages. I'm sorry.
You alright?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Alright.
And then, when he took to the stand, he learned that he was accused of being the third intruder. And that's when he was given the information about the crime scene? All in order to give some self-serving false testimony? Exactly. And at that time, only one person involved with the investigation was available to him. That was Inspector Gregson! What on earth? Why do you think I would leak information to this man?
Okay, I can't see chat anymore because my phone's about to die, so I have to leave it.
No, it's fine. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Besides, I was in the judge's chambers during the whole recess.
I tell. He was briefing me on the events that occurred in the pawn shop.
Ergo. The first time these two met face to face was when the trial restarted. It was inconceivable they could have had a conversation while at the stand. No, it wasn't.
Oh, hey, I just remembered something.
What is it, Iris?
Earlier, Gene Bean testified up there, yeah?
Yeah, I remember. In order to collect McGundle's music box, an officer went to the crime scene. Oh, right! During that testimony... Yeah, something caught my attention. Like, we had to interrupt them to move forward. Crowgrave and Inspector Gregson were talking about something. It was very possible for Inspector Gregson to have been passing information at that time. Ridiculous! I will not stand for your lies. Why would I, a proud inspector of Scotland Yard, have any reason to do this? There was no need for me to leak important classified information to someone like him. Classified?
Oh?
True. There would be no reason for you to just freely give up information for nothing. But what if you had actually struck some kind of deal? Doesn't that make a little more sense? Yeah. A deal, you say? No, it's simple. In return for information about the peephole, Mr. Crowgrave gave something to the inspector in return.
Some more fish and chips.
I think that'd be a little...
A little stupid.
It'd be stupid, and it would be a little bit innocent of him. I think Toby did something bad.
Oh no. An inspector of the yard made a secret deal with a witness? If that's really true, it would be an inexcusable breach of trust.
Well... Typical. I suppose you Japanese are predisposed of accusing others of things they didn't do. You know, why do I have... you know, never mind. I have another theory. I have another theory that just came to mind. What? No, we most definitely are not. You tread too far down the path of hell now, Japanese boy. The Reaper will not grant you passage with mere baseless claims. Pay the fare with evidence. Evidence? What did this inspector stand to gain from a secret deal? Present proof of this deal that they struck. If Inspector Gregson really made a deal with Krogray, then there's only one thing I can think of that he would ask for in return.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah. This is what will finally tie everything together.
The court orders the defense to present evidence. You okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I hear yelling. So, what evidence shows that the inspector received in return for information?
Do you think it was the other disc?
That's what I was thinking.
So where...
Jesus. Seriously?
You need a minute?
I just hope nobody hears anything, that's the thing.
I can't hear anything. I just hear, like, shouting. I don't really hear much.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the disc. But the thing is like... They did say... What did the article say? That there was a leak from within the Ministry of Justice?
Yeah. Oh.
But why? What does he stand to gain from all this?
Maybe his family's kidnapped? Oh, well, we don't know if he's married or not.
I'm going for the disc.
Which one?
The disc.
The music box disc?
That'd be... Yeah, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to present the music box. Because it has the other disc.
Oh, that's right. Oh, wait, but the music box doesn't...
It doesn't have... Does it say... Oh, yeah, you're right. It doesn't say it.
I feel it can go either way. I'm saving again. So what evidence shows that the inspector received... What evidence shows what the inspector received in return for information?
You sure we're no more fish and chips? I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I think it may be the disc. Because he had it. Remember?
He confiscated it.
Right.
Oh, geez. I'm a little unsure.
I'm gonna present the music box disc.
The disc?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, that was it. There's no, the music stopped.
Because what I was thinking of is the whole thing, yeah, leading into the double-sided thing, leading into the second disc.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was leading into, but...
That's what I was thinking, too, but I'm like, the description of the music box does not say that.
Right. Inspector Gregson, you're pursuing another important incident along this one, aren't you? What's with this all of a sudden? Now let's talk about the special secret pursuit a bit more. Would it be related to the incident this newspaper is reporting? classified information from the British Empire's telegrams have been leaked to enemy nations. Just what do you... A short while ago, the music box Magundal had pledged 2 months ago was discovered. It's a rather unique music box, made to play 2 discs at once. And it is possible that the secret information has been engraved on 2 discs. So, in order to obtain the second disc in absolute secrecy, you made a deal with Mr. Crowgray and exchanged information on his case from a disc! There's the corner theme.
Yes!
Order, order, order.
On the day the crime occurred, you said this when I met you at the pawn shop. Scotland Yard will be taking calls in Gundal's possessions. Hand it over.
Does you hand it, Naruto? That's mine.
Sorry, look, we have to take over Gundal's belongings evidence. The police already knew it at the time, didn't they? Magundal was connected to that theft of information. The duty given to me was to covertly retrieve the information stolen from the government's telegrams. It was high-profile, top-secret government information, so I couldn't let anyone know. And that is why, when I moved to present this as evidence, you strongly opposed my doing so. You knew that such information was inscribed on this disc. No, well, I didn't have any concrete proof, but I'd at least considered the possibility that it held that information.
Then, I don't believe it. In order to get that second disc, you gave the witness confidential information about the investigation? You aided him in giving false testimony?
The fact that Mr. Crowgray knew about the existence of the peephole can only be explained if they had struck some kind of deal.
You damned Phil!
Gah!
The 2 brothers are so sweet.
If we, for the moment, consider this ridiculous claim to be truth, that would mean that the second disc currently resides within this courtroom. Now, wait a moment, this courtroom? How can you be so confident about that? Because Gregson here is an inspector of the yard. Huh? Lord Van Zeeks. A genius inspector like him makes calm and calculated decisions on matter of the situation. Do you honestly believe he would accept a verbal contract as a fruit of negotiation? There would be no exchange should he not actually receive the item he was bargaining for.
Oh! Then that means he should have it on him at this very moment. The second disc is in his possession.
If we search Inspector Gregson, all will become clear.
That's right! After all, the only time they could have made a deal was during Gene Bean's testimony. And Toby hasn't let the stand since.
The defense requested immediate search of his belongings.
And how do you respond, Inspector? Come on, bruh.
I believe this man's claim to be an insult to Scotland Yard. Seriously? You're gonna drag this out even more?
Dude.
But, if you let me clear up these baseless doubts, then you can go ahead and search me. It's on Crowgray. I think he still has it on him instead. You lit us? He's really consenting to the search? Exchange student, someone like you should understand this. We have no choice but to view this as a challenge against the entirety of Scotland Yard.
Oh.
If perchance no disc is found during the search, the trial will instantly be suspended on the question of your suitability as an attorney. The British government will no doubt issue a formal complaint against your country.
Oh.
A formal complaint?
A lone exchange student blaspheming the name of an unparalleled Scotland Yard? Such an act would be something we could not possibly ignore.
You're just trying to scare him!
It should go without saying, but that is the resolve you require to make such an indictment. Certainly. I can't imagine the inspector would make a deal with only a promise to walk away with. He must have already received a disc from Crowgray. Something is seriously bothering me.
Please give us your final answer, defense.
Yes, my lord!
Does the defense wish to formally request Inspector Gregson's belongings to be searched?
Someone else.
Oh, yeah, search someone else.
Someone else.
Give up.
The defense requests a body search.
What in blazes?
I'll do as you wish. Truly, such a abstinence. What? Abstinency?
Obstinacy?
Obstinacy? Oh, okay. Is characteristic of the Japanese mindset. As soon, you shall come to realize the true outcome of your way of thinking. Understood? I will neither run nor hide.
Very well, then. Bailiff, examine the inspector's belongings. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, we haven't heard that in a while. Inspector Gregson isn't the one I want searched. What? Don't be foolish, boy. Isn't it me that you're trying to indict?
No.
No. Who else said that? Actually, I have my eyes on someone else. Wink. What are you going on about? You're spouting nonsense. There's no reason to agree to such a senseless search.
Oh! I know who has it.
Wait. Oh, you do?
You think it's Rupert? I think it's actually one of the brothers. Remember when he was shaking him?
Oh.
You remember?
Because they just never said anything about that. They're like, oh yeah, it's fine, blah, blah, blah.
So he must have threatened him, you better keep this in your pocket until you...
Smack you. Cut it out.
Ah! Oh!
Ryu is mustering up the resolve that you all keep going on about. First, we should respect that resolve, and then we should respond in good faith. That's the British Empire that I know.
Whoa. Indeed. Your words ring true. The court is willing to respond to the defense's resolve.
No! Please, my lord, you can't! Assuming I haven't mistaken anything I've seen up to this point, there's only one person who could possibly have the disc right now. I think you're right. Because
I think it's me. It seemed like it's Rupert, but it's not.
Yeah, that would be too easy then. Because it's like, once again, he wouldn't have made a deal unless he had it already.
Right.
So that means he must have passed it off.
Right.
And I
Because
guess
he's escorting the two brothers back anyway.
Right.
And they were still on the stand the entire time. So it's like, why are they there? They're not needed.
Oh.
Nemi Tin Pillar. Ah!
That person is Nemi Tin Pillar.
Well, what?
You what? Me?
You! The way he pointed. You!
Oh my god.
I love this game. Oh, very well then, bailiff. Restrain that man and perform a thorough search on this person at once.
My lord, please, I beg you to stop this.
Inspector Gregson?
Scotland Yard has some objects to this search.
Nope.
Unfortunately for you, Inspector, your objection won't stand. What? The only people permitted to raise objections in the courts are the prosecution and the defense. But, Lord Van Seeks! Well, I don't know what higher power you're being held underfoot by. I have no intention of opposing this search. Oh no, don't, Frames, don't you do it now.
Don't you effing dare!
You were doing so well for a while, don't. Get back up, damn it. That sounds bad. Okay.
Alright. Bailiff, please begin the search.
Wait! Hold your horses! I have the foggiest about this, honest. I don't know nothing about no disc. Get away from me! Oh, don't go there. Inside a witness's jacket pocket. Why is this here?
What? That's...
Yet another music box disc, is it?
What? How did that get... Oh, this is... Sorry.
You're good. What? How did that get in there? That's the second disc left behind by McGundle. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson? Go!
My God, that was clever. They tried to get us. They tried to get us.
You're good that you caught off on the whole thing about him shaking. That was the time when he did it.
Well, I pay attention to stuff like that because I'm like, that's kind of weird. That might be important later. But I'm like, why is he shaking him? Order! Order in the court! What in the devil is going on?
What's going on? What the heck is that going on here? I got the foggiest what this thing is, bruv. Swear me to Mom!
Now hold on just a minute. What does this all mean? As I recall, Inspector Gregson was the one who struck a deal with the witness, no?
I believe so.
Then I don't understand. Why did this man have the disc that the inspector had confiscated?
Well, usually Inspector Gregson is calm and composed. But just a little while ago, there was something unnatural about him.
Well, what was it?
Oh! Well, that moment was during Mr. Crowgray's cross-examination. Mr. Crowgray, when you left the shop, was a second disc in your pocket.
Other regulations does that faze me? Oh, yeah.
Now, at that moment, Inspector Gregson started violently shaking Nemi. Oh, that's right, bro. I thought I could have waved my neck goodbye. All I could think is that the moment was, oh, I wish I was totally right now. What exactly was going on at that time? How should I know? He grabbed me by the collar and started shaking me like a laundry. Said something like, why didn't you mention the third guard or something in it? This inspector here started screaming right in my ear. They're still ringing even now, bruv. That moment, Inspector Gregson wasn't the same cool, composed inspector we know. And, thinking about it, that was the only time it could have happened. It was the only time Inspector Gregson could have hidden the disc he was carrying.
What did you say? He hid the disc. But I simply don't understand. If the inspector's goal was to retrieve the disc, then why would he hide it in someone else's pocket? This is a court of law. If he had just submitted it as evidence...
I have a feeling this wasn't an option for the good inspector.
But why?
Before, he claimed that he was on a mission. The duty given to me was covertly retrieve information. It was high-profile, top-secret government information, so I couldn't think anyone knew.
It's a top secret.
What was stolen was a confidential telegram from the government of the British Empire. It seems submitting it to the court as evidence would have created a major scandal. Is that correct, Inspector Gregson? I'm working under orders from the government. I'm afraid I cannot answer that question. In case of the extremely unlikely event that you were to be seized and searched, you'd hope for a chance to hide the disc somewhere else.
Oh, then perhaps...
Inspector Gregson pretended to shake Nemi. He did this in order to hide the second disc.
He pretended? What is the meaning of this, Inspector Gregson? And you too, Mr. Crowgray. Do you both confess in taking part in some manner of deal? Confess? Who, you mean me?
Mr. Crowgray?
Let that Japanese over there, oh, sorry, overthink what he will. However, you have no evidence that I'm the one who gave the disc to the inspector.
But you can't provide a reason why you knew about the people at the scene of the crime.
I have no obligation to tell you anything.
Huh?
Certainly, I lied in my testimony. I'll admit that much, and I'm prepared for the consequences, but I'll say no more. Murder, government secrets, and a secret deal to boot. It's all the whimsical machinations of this Japanese boy's own imagination. I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
What? What?
All that work.
This, okay, I'm worried it's dragging a little.
Yes.
Then, Inspector Gregson, what about you? Do you admit to making a deal with Rupert Crowgray? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as an inspector of Scotland Yard, I have little else to say. Why did he do that little shifty thing? Okay. I have been operating under the Honourable Great British Empire in the pursuit of justice. Therefore, as representatives of the fine citizens of our empire, I wish to request that you pass an honorable verdict.
Oh, God. This is quite a difficult situation. It's rare that the trial reaches such a standstill just before the end. This time, if there's truly no more evidence to deliberate over, then I must request our 6 jurors to pass a final verdict.
The words of one who has devoted his life to protecting his country carry a great weight.
I believe in the inspector. He has the eyes of a faithful servant.
Oh, wait, hold on really
No,
quick.
Matt. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Very good.
Frames are being stupid again.
Oh, no!
Okay.
No matter how much I cross my eyes now, I can't see anything stereoscopically anymore.
As a professional myself, I wouldn't believe in his words.
Mr. Crowgray is truly incredible. If I only could be just like him.
That inspector has eyes I can trust. That is all I know. Oh, this is bad. All 6 jurors. They all trust Inspector Gregson. If they hand down a verdict now.
Come on, Iris, say something. Then Jean will be declared guilty, won't she?
If we can't present some kind of decisive evidence now, then it's all over. We need evidence to force Crowgray to confess to murder and robbery. Or evidence to force Inspector Gregson to confess to making some kind of deal.
Why can't we just play the music box? We have both discs now.
Right? And then just freaking... Okay.
Well then, what does the defense have to say? Do you wish for the jury to hand down their verdict? Or has the defense prepared evidence that they wish to submit?
If I ask the jury to hand down their verdict, Gina's all but guaranteed to be declared guilty.
Then there's only one thing we can do. We've got to hit them with some evidence.
This is the big moment. What I say now will determine everything. Crowgray or Inspector Gregson? Who should I show my evidence to?
Oh my god. Who?
I don't know. I actually don't. They're aware of the double-sided music box, right?
They both are, yeah. So I'm like, I don't think it matters who it is. Because if we play it, Inspector Gregson's gonna be like, don't play it. Crowgray, if we play it, he's like, that has nothing to do with me.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. You do that. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
Okay. Okay, so we either need evidence to force Crowgray to confess to murder and robbery, or we need evidence to force Inspector Gregson to confess to making some kind of deal. Oh my god, I really, really, really wish we can use the freaking blood samples. It would just easily prove that it's like it's not Hatch's blood on her thing. But then again, it makes me wonder where else could Hatch's blood be? Do we have any new evidence? Yeah, we never got the second disc. Oh, jeez. I believe it comes down to this music box. It comes down to playing it, but it's like, will they allow us to play it here? And like, here's what I'm thinking, guys. I'm leaning towards Inspector Gregson, because if they have the discs now, remember, he's adamant that we do not play it. It's a top secret thing. So if we basically threaten, if you want to say, to play the two discs, that would force him to say, uh-oh, okay, I made the deal. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if it matches up with everything.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
What happened?
No, I was trying to say my thoughts here. Like, I'm leaning towards giving saying the music box thing to Gregson.
Uh-huh.
Because we never played the second disc, and we don't have the second disc in our possession, like, in terms of evidence.
Right.
But we know that it exists now. We know this music box is double-sided.
Right.
So...
Because we don't have any other evidence that makes sense.
Because we have to... Okay. Because we have to have evidence that either says... That either makes Krogray confess to murder and robbery, or evidence to force Gregson to confess to making a deal. I don't see anything that would force Krogray to confess to murder and robbery.
Right.
But if we were to say, like, or threaten that we're gonna play the two discs, wouldn't that force Gregson to say, stop, don't play it? Okay, yes, I had to make the deal.
Yes. Because he's adamant of not playing it, period. I say Inspector Gregson.
Well, I gotta save. I'm saving again.
Okay.
I'm getting very tired. I want to stop, but...
Me too. But we're like so close, and this is the part where I feel like it's dragging out. They're like, oh, but wait. I'm like...
I will say, this is dragged for a little while.
It did. Because the first part was like, an hour. And then now this is going on for like 3.
We've been live for 3.5 hours. I think we've been going on for a little bit more than 5 hours. More, I want to say so.
Okay, Inspector Gregson, let's do it.
Inspector Gregson, there's one last piece of evidence I want you to look at. Me? If you won't admit to your deal of Krogray, then maybe we'll just have to inspect a certain piece of evidence very thoroughly.
Very thoroughly?
What are you playing at? This is a home stretch. I need to present something here and now. Something to force the inspector to admit the existence of their deal. I don't know. I'm gonna examine the thing one more time, the music box, to see if they say anything new.
Okay.
Well, they just opened it. That was about it.
Well, there's nothing else that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the music box.
That's what I'm doing.
The music box. The music stops. Is this Mr. McGundle's music box?
There's already one disc set inside that music box. I want you to listen to the sound it makes one more time. But this time, I want to insert the newly discovered second disc as well.
You mean this disc?
No, you can't! Hold it! I can't allow you to do that! Why not? Because you see, it has no bearing on this case at all, I swear! You're wrong! How dare you! Earlier, the defense made the following assertion. The sound that was played from his music box is part of a transmission in Morse code. Morse code is comprised of 2 sets of sounds. There's a chance that this disc contains a second, it contains a second set of sounds.
You okay?
But remember, we're dealing with top secret information from the British government. If we haven't happened to make that information public, it would be tantamount to treason. It sounds you'd better admit the truth then. Admit that you made an illicit deal in hopes of protecting this confidential information. What? Well, if you do plan to leak top secret government information here, you've been making a very powerful enemy. You face the might of the British government. You, being inspector, knowingly leaked secret information to the witness. You even resorted to lies in order to carry out your mission. Why should I have to pull any punches? Are you mad? I'm prepared to make any enemies I have to in order to protect my client. He's like, oh, this is getting good. My lord, I have a request. Please let us listen to the music box right away. Lord Van Seeks, I am begging you, you've got to stop this madness. Inspector, I thought you would understand my way of doing things by now. I am a prosecutor. I am no mere pawn of the police force. What? So long as I stand here, I will stop at nothing in order to find the truth. Confound it!
I can sympathize with each of your positions. Now, with respect to the defense's request, we shall once again listen to the sound generated by this music box. Oh my god! What in the world will happen when we insert both disc and play them simultaneously?
Find out next time! Oh my god, I would so do it if we were doing an LP. I would
God.
It would be a done thing. We wouldn't be I'm tempted to do it now. We'll just say F it. We're gonna stream next time.
Please don't. Please. We streamed this long.
I know, we might as well.
Well, we play them simultaneously. Oh. There's no doubt anymore. It's Morse code.
It's running kind of slow on my end. Okay, fine. Turn it off. Sorry, I wasn't expecting him to go forward.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I didn't get the message. It was too fast.
But it is Morse code.
Yes.
Inspector Gregson, let's make this absolutely clear. You made a deal with this witness, yes?
In exchange for this disc, you gave him information on the crime scene. Specifically, you told him about the people in the storeroom door.
I deny nothing.
Hey, hold on. What do you think you're doing?
All of that Japanese boy's assertions, they're all correct. When the trial resumed, this man stood next to me at the witness stand. Then he turned to me and offered me a deal.
Shut up! Shut up! Pardon me, sir. You must be the inspector I met at the pawn shop, are you not? You see, I am currently in possession of that which you seek. What do you say? Are you willing to make a deal? If you refuse, this information may end up being revealed to the world.
Oh, quick question. One real quick thing before we move forward here.
Yes.
If there's going to be, like, a cutscene that's gonna, lag up or anything like that, could someone, like Dragon or Smitten, somebody who knows, a video that has the cutscene full, in full speed, could you, hand it over? And I'll play that instead of the games.
If there is a cutscene?
If there is, and it has subtitles and everything. That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
Excuse me. No matter the cost, I couldn't bear to let that stolen information be leaked. Thus, I agreed to his deal and gave him the information he needed. I revealed to him the existence of the peephole and the blood on the coat. This witness tried to falsify testimony, all to frame my client for the crime. Inspector Gregson, you knew this. Thank you, Dragon. Yet you still told them about the peephole. Indeed, I did. Who knew the peephole was made after the crime? Even as the lead inspector for this case, I had no idea. Why did you have to say— what do you have to say for yourself, Rupert Crowgray? There's nothing left for you to hide behind. You made a deal with Inspector Gregson and escaped punishment for your crimes. This can lead us to only one conclusion. You, Rupert Crowgray, the third intruder at a crime scene. You are the murderer! You killed Hatch!
Oh, what the hell? Sir?
Oh, okay.
Well, burn in hell, traitor! Oh.
Oh, Jesus! Why is nobody doing anything?
Oh!
Why did nobody do anything there?
Bailiff! Hurry and restrain that man! Quickly now! What the?
That's a new breakdown. Let me attempt murder.
In front of all these people in court.
Wowie. Okay.
He spit out a chip. What?
Oh, is that— I thought that was a piece of the cane chipping off. That was—
It could have been. I don't know. It looked like a chip coming out of his mouth.
That's it. It's all over. Why do I feel— this might be— what's his name? Is
Rupert.
Yeah.
Death would have been preferable to another day in the slums. We were at the absolute bottom of the ladder. I cursed the day I was born to a tradesman. Our parents did nothing but argue every single day. I'd never seen money before. I resolved myself to study as hard as I could. I could escape life. I could escape from that life. And then you became a telegraphist. You made a commendable effort.
But despite all that, you stole state secrets and tried to sell them. What on earth drove you to do such a thing?
Isn't it obvious? I just wanted money. Even now, I wake up in the middle of the night plagued by dreams of the slums. I wanted so much money that I would never have to worry about those nightmares again. That was when I met him. I met that wretched man, Cosney McGundle. I could turn your skills into unimaginable profit. Trust in my plan. Together we have untold riches. McGundle promised me a great sum of money in exchange for stolen confidential telegrams. As the one in charge of routinely checking the minister's telegraph room, it was child's play.
You gave in to the devil whispering in your ear.
Stealing the government's classified information is no doubt a very serious crime. I knew that. I took so many precautions in hopes that the deals would go smoothly.
That's why you resorted to using a music box, I suppose.
My father was a bricklayer. He divorced my mother when I was young.
Mortar Milvington.
My father was skilled with his hands, and he had once been the apprentice of a music box maker. It's no great feat to make a box that only plays Morse code. With that in mind, I visited the high streets in search of my father. And then, for the first time in 10 years, we were reunited.
Hey, look at you, Rupert. You've become such a fine gentleman. I almost didn't recognize you.
He was nothing like the man I knew. He just seemed to be a frail old man. No matter how desperate he was, my father would never break the law. If I told him the truth, he most likely would not assist me. So I told him, I have something to ask of you. Would you be able to make a music box disc?
A music box disc? I have a friend that composed some songs. I want to sell it. Wait, was I Showgrade doing that? Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I have a friend that composed some songs that I want to sell at a pub. I have 2 scores here ready to transfer into the discs.
Okay, I'll do it. Fair warning, though, it's been 20 whole years. The tools I need to make them are still up in the loft. Give me a moment.
And that was how classified information was encrypted and embedded onto 2 discs.
You divided the information. That was certainly cautious.
It was also a means to protect myself. The trades with McGundle were to be split into 2 transactions. For the first transaction, I would give him 1 of the discs and the music box to play them. For this, I would receive 10 guineas. The second transaction was where we would trade the other disc for 1,000 guineas.
So the murder on the omnibus happened in the middle of one of those second transactions?
Yes. I sold him the information according to the plan we agreed on. But it seems he became uncomfortable over the price. However, there is something I find rather strange. The one killed 2 months ago was not you, but your father, Mr. Mortar Milverton. When I received 1,000 guineas after our first series of trades, I gave my father 200 as a sign of appreciation. But he was sharper than I had thought. He appeared to have realized that these transactions weren't lawful.
Let me help you with your next trade. If you won't let me, I can't accept any more of your money.
To my father, that seemed to be the most logical course of action. I will board that coach and exchange the second disc with McGundle for the money. My father never learned just what was on those discs. It's impossible now for me to ever know what truly happened that night, but my father had that disc stolen from him and he never returned home again. At that moment, I was made painfully aware of McGundle's true nature. For the first time in 10 years, I finally uttered my father's name again. And then I swore to take revenge.
Revenge? Uh-huh.
Oh.
I'm sure anyone who knew Magundal could have imagined what would happen. He exploited his assets in order to break the law and influence his trial. Ultimately, he destroyed the integrity of that trial. Forging evidence, tampering with the crime scene, bribing witnesses to commit perjury. Causing Magundal's trial was nothing more than a paid-off deception.
That day, I just arrived in London. I was dragged into that trial with no idea of his true nature.
I had plenty of money saved up from all our dealings. And 2 months ago, I used all of it to hire certain men. Many Londoners would stop at nothing for money. I learned that from Magundal himself.
No way. Mr. Crowgray, you mean you...
Yes, I suppose you've guessed the truth. The moment he was acquitted through his unlawful bribes, I ended the devil's life with my own hands. Oh. The accident 2 months ago was planned and carried out by yours truly.
So one that murdered Magundal 2 months ago was this man.
Preparations are complete, so if you would please move to the Crown Court.
Oh, this much earlier than I was led to believe.
I'm very sorry the plans have changed somewhat.
Well, you heard the man. I must excuse myself now. I will be stuck inspecting the crime scene for a while yet, I'm told. It seems that the omnibus will have to undergo another investigation, given the circumstances. They said that they wanted me to be imprisoned for it, if all possible.
So that bailiff back then was...
Yes. I bought out the real bailiff and swapped him with a fake. Magundal twisted that trial with his money. He bought and used someone to plant that fake evidence in the omnibus. Then he threatened a witness, forcing her to give falsified testimony. So I did the same thing to him. I covered that omnibus in kerosene. I used fake bailiffs to send Magundal to the depths of to hell where he belongs. The end. That is how I avenged my father's death. Holy shoot! How terrifying! However, in all truth, there is one more thing that was bothering me.
Oh my god. What?
What?
My ass is killing me right now.
Same! Of course, I'm referring to the second disc which my father took. Indeed. At the trial 2 months ago, there was absolute no mention of its existence. In other words, that disc disappeared from the scene of the crime. Something came to mind at the time. I suddenly thought of the first time I had dealt with Magundal. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm liking this, but damn! Okay.
It's so long! I want to end the stream, I want to go make dinner.
Oh.
Here is the first disc and the music box to play it. I see, what a cautious method. In any case, here's your 10 guineas as promised. What is this? Hatch's Pawnbrokers? It's the pledge ticket for my pawnbrokers. They're awfully handy little shops. There is no need to name yourself. Simply show the pledge ticket and say the password. I have pledged a jewel there. Sell it and you'll receive 10 guineas. Quite an interesting use of pawn shops. I've never thought of that. Are you perhaps not aware, Master Crowgray? To the city folk, London's pawnbrokers are the most trustworthy of safe deposit boxes. If he had hidden my father's stolen disc on the spur of the moment, I realized that there was no doubt that it would be in that pawnbroker's. And on that night, Magundal must have entrusted his pledge ticket to someone.
To Miss Gina Lestrade. Now that I think about it, when I first met you in that pawn shop 2 days ago, you had a description of the defendant, didn't you?
How did you know about her?
At that trial, there was a pickpocket who was clearly telling fabricated testimony. It was obvious to me that she had been threatened by Magundal to do his bidding. Thus, it was very likely that she had Thus, it was very likely that she had the pledge ticket. I found out all I could about her just to be safe. I thought she may appear in the pawnbrokers on the last day to redeem the pledge.
And then, as he predicted, Gina showed up.
And that is what happened. But I at least managed to pin down the location of the pledges. However, only the coat and the disc in its pocket were on the ticket. The important small box and the other disc inside of it were not part of that pledge.
The small box has already been shredded 2 days prior.
If only I'd known that, then I would have no reason to break in.
On the other hand, while we were proceeding with the investigation into the stolen intel, we discovered that Cousin Magunda was involved.
Oh, sorry.
Inspector Gregson! It's good he's still standing. We had to get information back before it became publicized at all costs. We searched all of his belongings and in order to pin it down as soon as we could. We at the yard started an urgent investigation.
When the inspector took the disc from me that day, I grew afraid. There was still a second disc in the music box inside that pawn shop. I had to get them back before the police got there first. That was my motive.
And that's why you broke into Hatch's shop on that night. Alongside your old friends, the Tin Pillar Men.
What happened that night can be nothing short of a nightmare. While Nemi and Tully were rummaging through the counter, I searched the shelved and surrendered pledges and I found the music box I gave to Magunda.
Inside it was a second music box disc.
As I placed it in my pocket, a wave of relief washed over me. But then, something happened that I could never have expected.
Who are you, fiends? Bang, ow.
A gunshot rang out through the shop, and I felt a sudden intense pain in my arm.
The bullet that Hatch shot went through your arm.
Yes, you are correct. And then, fortunately, in my hand I held my pistol that I had taken with me, just in case. Bang. Before I knew what I was doing, I had reflexively fired a shot. I never intended to actually aim at the fleeing shopkeeper, nor did I plan to kill him. But Lady Luck clearly had enough of me, and that bullet hit. It passed straight through the man's back as he ran through the door into the storeroom. What a frightening turn of events! All it took was a single moment. I'm sure the Tin Pillars left without even the foggiest idea of what actually happened. I was frightened, and I ran from the shop. That is everything that happened in the pawnbrokers that night.
You called Magundal the devil. He used his financial power to twist the truth and run from his crime of murder. However, what you did was no different. He who fights with monsters should see to it that he does not become one in the process.
And yet, That is exactly what I did. Holy crap. It has been quite a long trial. But we have finally made the truth clear. Inspector Gregson, what is Rupert Crowgray's current status?
He's,
Siegel.
yeah. He's currently in custody and being taken down to the yard. He's under suspicion of the pawnbroker Hatch's murder and of leaking sensitive government information.
Understood. And furthermore, Inspector, you will surely have to answer for your crimes as well.
Of course, my lord. In the end, you aided the culprit in attempting to escape his crime, even if you did it to carry out a greater duty. It was an unforgivable obstruction of justice.
Defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Oh, yeah.
The court will now announce its final verdict. Is that acceptable for me?
Yes, my lord. The Garradat platoon is ready once and for all. We have, without a doubt, reached a single verdict.
Understood. Now, members of the jury, announce your verdict before this court.
無罪
無罪
無罪無罪
無罪
無罪
Oh my god. Yes! The century of Gina begins now! We finally did it, Ryu!
I thought we were done for more than once there.
Ryu, you're the greatest attorney in the world!
Defendant, you still have much to answer for.
What's with the grim look?
Before you earn your freedom, you will still be charged with your other crimes.
You what?
First and foremost, your false testimony at the trial 2 months ago. Second, your unlawful entry into Hattis' pawn shop. And finally, your attempt to claim McGundle's belongings as your own.
What? I didn't do any of that! You're having a laugh!
You wore that coat yesterday with a smile on your face, you little rascal.
Looks like we can't have her over for dinner tonight.
I must say, however, never in my deepest dreams could I have imagined that Morse code could be carved into a music box disc.
Indeed, it was a splendid attempt to utilize our blind spots. Oh, that does remind me. Our Japanese boy leaked that Morse code for all to hear right in the courtroom, no?
You have my sincerest apologies. It was all I could do in order to get Inspector Gregson to confess.
May I? Oh, I know who that is. That's Juror 5. May I perhaps have a word about that?
Was that?
Regarding the sounds played by the music box, I do wonder if that was actually Morse code.
What do you mean, Juror 5?
Well, you must know, I'm an absolute Morse code fanatic. The world reveals itself to me through magical sounds of dips and dots. Sounds to me like you need new spectacles.
Wow.
I could personally confirm that what we heard earlier was only a meaningless string of noises.
Oh, what the hell
What
is that
the hell?
supposed to... Okay. Alright. No, we're done. F it. What? What? There's no way! Those sounds weren't Morse code? Wait, sorry, can we listen one more time?
Don't be absurd, those are government secrets on this. This courtroom is not the place to discuss the government's dispatched telegrams. Those men plan to use encoded discs to trade with enemy countries. As long as we have a confession of that from the culprit, no more is required of us.
Oh, Trent, I was really curious.
Bro, same. Defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Oh, yeah?
I must say, you truly did draw a bad lot in this incident.
You were thrust into a world full of forgery, bribery, and perjury.
Those are evils I would never wish to have shown to a child.
I see it every day down in the slums.
Really?
It's normal for the weak to get the short straw.
Gina.
But I think I understand now. If I want this cruel world to change, I have to start by changing myself.
Aw. I see. Your heart is in the right place. I expect a great change from you in the near future. Now, in the case of the pawnbroker's Hatch's murder, I will now deliver the final verdict for the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade.
Not guilty.
Woohoo!
Confetti in the courtroom.
And fireworks.
I'll slow down, but that's okay. That's okay. Gina, no!
Yay!
Oh my god, did we just beat the game?
Yeah. I think
Holy
we did.
crap, I didn't realize I would have saved it for tomorrow if
That's-
I had known this.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh my god.
Case 6.
And that court is now adjourned.
Yay!
Boop, boop. Oh, man.
Man.
Oh, man.
Oh. What the?
Wait, is there actually people there, or is it just like...
I think it's supposed to be empty.
Yeah. Personally, I must say I'm rather shocked, Japanese boy. Sir! Though you are Japanese, you managed to see through the deceptions of our nation. And you did this while defending another from our country, trusting and fighting until the end. It was a strange spectacle to play a part in. I don't think it was strange at all. Whether you're from the Great British Empire or the Japanese Empire, the fact that we're all human remains the same. There is one sole reason I returned to this court. It was so I could once again cross blades with you. Really? When I first encountered you at the trial 2 months ago, I was forced to remember. I remembered the Japanese man who gained my utmost trust, only to betray me. Which side of him was a true him? I wanted to try to understand that man through you. And that's what I was thinking, like, it made it seem like he was bitter towards Japanese. I was like, but for what?
What? Yeah.
Here we go.
Was it? Oh.
I think I know who it is. You.
It's.
What?
Oh! Ah!
Lufa?
Okay. Yes!
You mentioned that before. That a Japanese man betrayed you. What happened to you?
Who hurt you?
I have faith that the time for you to learn will come. I understand. I left this court 5 years ago bearing the title of the Grim Reaper. I will have to ponder what our meeting in court means for me. Till we come face to face again, Japanese attorney. Besides, I really gotta take a shit, so, you know, bye.
Oh my god.
I knew they weren't gonna answer. Oh, there's actually so many
What?
questions
Yes.
left. I understand there's a
yes.
duology, and God knows if everything's gonna be answered there because they never finished the third game. They never made the third game, so
Right. That's gonna suck.
yeah.
Okay.
And now it's all finally over. Huh. I don't see Iris around.
Or Gina. Oh, there she is.
Oh! Congratulations, Gina! I knew I was right to believe in you. I knew you weren't guilty.
You really believed in me to the bitter end? You're so weird.
Of course I did. How many times did I tell you that I would?
This is the first time anyone's ever kept a promise to me.
Gina.
Oh, you know, I've kind of realized something now. All my life has been back alleys, never giving anyone an ounce of trust. That was because I was so afraid they'd all betray me. The more you trust someone, the more unbearable it is when they hurt you.
You know, I think I know how you feel. That's how I felt during a trial 2 months ago, after all. The man I trusted betrayed me, and I felt like my heart had been ripped in half. But I've realized something too. Putting your trust in someone else all starts with trusting yourself. And there's honestly no greater joy than when you realize you were right to trust them all along. And I was able to remember that because of you.
Really? I don't know why you think so.
I'm glad I chose to trust you, Gina.
Knock it off already! But I might have been thinking about it a little too. You know, that maybe it wouldn't be so bad to trust someone for once.
Gina.
The way I see it, Naruhodo, an attorney's worth is measured by the belief he has in his client, along with how much he can believe in himself.
Maybe your words are starting to get through to me. Sogi. And maybe I'll finally starting to live up to the attorney you thought I could be.
Excuse me.
Oh, damn it, no.
Oh.
I love the other bailiff, like, turned to him, he's like, huh?
Like, what the heck?
It's like, I don't know.
Mickey!
Like, I don't know you can smoke. Oh, shit, pass that shit. How long you two going to keep pretending I'm not here? Oh, is that... Don't you be giving me that, Master Naruhodo. Do you have any idea how long I've been standing there in the corner, holding my breath? I was ready to jump out and scream, ha ha ha, it's me, children! That's scary, don't do that. But you just gotta go and mess it all up.
Oh, look, it's Holmes!
Ha ha, it's me, children! Oh, damn it, you messed it all up.
Oh my god.
Weren't you supposed to be at the hospital? Indeed. But I was. But I've broken my chains once again. Huh?
What?
And let's just say that I know 2 or 3 of the good director's weaknesses. He and I had a little chat, and he was more than happy to give me permission to leave. Well, that's going a bit too far. Who cares? Anyway, good work out there, Master Naruhodo. You really fought tooth and nail. Let me, as a friend, be the first to congratulate you. Oh, well, thank you.
Great detective, more like deadweight detective.
What's that supposed to mean?
We were in a right spot of trouble, you know? Like you just kept snoring in bed.
Well, I suppose that shot did make me lose a fair bit of blood. Forgive me if I'm a little less alive than usual. Like my finger. Cold as a corpse, isn't it? Yeah, feel free to stop poking my neck, Mr. Holmes. Anyway, I guess I should congratulate you too.
Jeez, you really sound like you mean it.
I don't mean to scare you when I say this, but I have to wonder what happens next now that you've escaped the Grim Reaper's guilty verdict. You know, it really sounds like you're trying to scare her, though.
Oh, that guy? The one that supposedly brings death to anyone who gets not guilty verdict against him?
Yeah, that's the one. And you know what happened to good old McGundle? Not that I especially care for the rumors, anyway.
Well, I ain't bothered by him either. Not even a tiny bit.
Oh ho!
Because a Grim Reaper's supposed to be a god, right?
Well, maybe. Some religions probably have gods like that.
A god would judge fairly, right? It looks like my gun will do awful things, and then they're never punished for it. Maybe that's what this is really all about. This bloke just reaping the meanies.
You know, you may be right. But of course, it's always wrong to take someone else's life, no matter who you are.
I'm not like him. That's why I gotta keep moving forward with my life. No looking back.
Good. It wouldn't be you otherwise, Gina.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, right. I forgot I hadn't actually said it yet. I'm glad to see your innocence has been proven. Congratulations, Miss Gina. I truly mean it.
Aw. But... Hey, Hubsy! When did you get here? Jeez, I even went all the way to the hospital to wait for you.
You jerk.
Oh, hey there, Iris. Sorry about that. But get a load of these two. You're not gonna believe this, trust me.
Huh? What's the problem?
So I disguised myself as a bailiff and sneaked in, right? Imagine my shock when they didn't even bother to recognize me. Isn't that awful, Iris?
Well, it's not really their fault.
Huh?
Mumsy, you don't have anywhere near as much presence as you think. You better keep that in mind if you don't want to get yourself into bother later.
Okay, I will. This is sad to watch.
But it's really a shame, huh? I was hoping we'd get to celebrate your victory tonight, Gina. Well, you won't be able to come, will you?
Right. But I don't think I'll be coming back for a while. I've done me fair share of crimes, you know. Gotta make up for that now. Let's see. There was a break-in in, trying to nick that guy's pledge.
Let's not forget that whole pickpocket thing.
That ain't a crime, you din. It's me job. Got me a certificate and all. No issues there.
Well, now she's just lying.
But maybe I should quit me job. Being in court made me think that maybe pickpocketing ain't right.
That's probably why you became an attorney.
I was never a pickpocket to begin with, Gina.
I'm gonna change. I swear it. And then... I'm gonna make a place where all the back alley kids can live normal lives. Wow, I bet you can do it, I bet you can do it, Gina. What's that chuckling for? Nothing. Sorry.
Gina Lestrade. I don't know what it says. The person in the carriage is waiting in the back. Get ready to leave immediately.
Damn. Oh. Then I guess I'm off, everyone.
All right. Well, take care, Gina.
Naruto?
Yeah? Oh, damn it. Ah! Why'd you do that?
I haven't a clue. Times like these, I just don't know what to say. Just say thank you.
So you shoot me? Perhaps the words you're seeking are words that you have never spoken before.
What?
At times like these, I recommend saying thank you.
Huh.
Thank you. That's how you say it. Now, come on.
Yep, he's right, Gina.
Did you get a little Italian there? Hadn't it?
Sorry.
You're not messing with you.
All right.
Oh,
Oh.
thank you, Naruto. Oh! For trusting me through all this.
I'm not tearing up. Shut
I'm
up.
not serious. Shut up.
No. I should be the one thanking you. So, thank you, Gina.
Oh, baby girl.
And now you're off to jail. There she goes. There she goes. My, what a lovely little pickpocket.
Oh, guys, I brought the latest newspaper at a shop nearby. It's a special edition. Today's trial is all over it. Huge turnabout in today's trial. The girl is innocent. Take a look.
You should have shown us this before Gina left. No, don't make her sad.
Sorry, I forgot. But one more thing. I've got good news and bad news for you.
Again? Is it the weather?
Right, you, Homsy, which one do you want to hear first?
Oh, well, I guess I'll go with the bad news first. I won't listen to anything but good news.
Wow, even here your answers really show the difference between you two.
Leave me alone, please.
Well, I'll just start with the good news this time. The rain finally stopped. That was a record-breaking deluge of a storm.
Good. We won't have to get drenched on our way home.
And
And what's the bad news?
the sea is especially rough today due to the rain. Things are so rough at the port of Dover that all ships have been delayed by at least half a day.
Huh? The port of Dover?
You got it. If we run for London straight right now, maybe we can say goodbye to Susie before she leaves.
But there's no way we could catch a train to the port of Dover right now. Who exactly do you think I am, Master Naruhodo?
I thought she left already.
Well, she left. She had left at 4 a.m. to take the thing to the boat.
That's right.
So yeah, we might just still be able to reach her.
That's right.
Mr. Holmes? I've already arranged for a special limited express from London down to Dover. If we go full speed ahead the whole way, we should be able to make it in time for dinner. I happen to know an inn that serves delicious paella. The soul?
I guess.
Sure. Wow, the Great Detective really has a lot of influence. Got that right. Let's just say that I know 2 or 3 of the railway company's secrets. Huh? All it takes is a little chat, and then they give me a top-of-the-line service. You know, I wouldn't exactly advise you to keep using such methods to get your way.
Alrighty. Off to the next station we go.
To be continued.
We're almost there. That took a tad longer than anticipated.
Susie's boat is probably leaving soon.
Sasato. Oh, she's over there. It looks like she's reading a book. What are you doing? Whoa, Sasato, what are you doing? There it is.
Naruhodo? Why are you here?
We came as fast as we could after our trial ended. I heard your ship has been delayed due to the rain earlier, so... Oh.
I see. Oh, but what about Gina?
She's fine. We won the trial. Oh!
I'm so glad. That is absolutely wonderful news.
What's that book you're about to throw into the sea? Is it the British Empire's Code of Law?
So you saw that.
God, no, don't do British anymore. Freaking.
I have no right to have anything to do with law. I decided perhaps it was time to say my final farewell to it.
You're trying to leave law behind? Sasato, of all people? Perhaps... Would this perhaps have to do with that peephole of yours, Miss Sasato?
I tampered with the scene of the crime, and I even tried to conceal that fact. The law doesn't take such an act lightly. Now that you mention it, how did you even get your hands on this? The night of that horrible incident occurred, you had invited Gina to dine with us. Yeah, that was great fun. After our meal, Gina gave us a bit of a lesson. She taught us the basics of pickpocketing. She did! That's how I managed to swipe Ryu's armband.
Please consider avoiding that in the future. This is really important to me.
Oh, hey, you didn't even realize it was gone. In a bit of a mischief, I decided to slip this into my sleeve. Oh! Then I took it with me to Hatch's pawnbrokers by accident.
It was an accident?
Then... Mr. Holmes, help! He's been shot!
Forget about me, Master Naruto. Okay.
Okay.
After you left, Naruto, I couldn't help but be curious about the door.
The door to the storeroom?
I realized that if Gina was present, she must be inside the storeroom. Then I suddenly remembered the device I had up my sleeve. I was so worried about Gina that I just had to check.
And that's why you made the peephole.
That people ended up being in a pretty clear photo. It's all thanks to Holmesy's automatic crime recording device.
Indeed, that turned out to be a very important. When was the peephole made? The answer to that question would become a powerful tool. You realize that there was a necessity to leave a way to prove it.
And on the other side of that door was a scene even more frightening than I could have ever imagined. It was then that I suddenly remembered. I recalled the trial from 2 months ago.
Kazuma Gundle's trial.
The criminal tampered with this crime scene and forced witnesses to tell falsified testimony. Back then, I felt as if I had been forced to see the darkness of British law. But then, I thought of something awful. What if some sinister man had done the same thing this time as well?
Oh.
From the state of the crime scene, anyone would have guessed that Gina had shot Hatch. But I know that Gina would never shoot anyone.
Yet the culprit could try to frame Gina.
Yes. When I thought of that, I realized these circumstances not make it difficult to fabricate testimony?
What?
The murder happened on the other side of a door in a locked room. To create false eyewitness testimony, you would need some kind of peephole.
Oh. And it was precisely that peephole carved into the door that was perfect for the job.
Of course, that peephole had been made after the murder. If the culprit knew that, its usefulness would be lost.
But you knew that it might work as a serviceable trap, yes? Trap? That's what the peephole was for. Wait, that's what the peephole was for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she figured not only to see, but this would be a good idea for the murderer to trap himself with.
And that's why you kept the peephole a secret, even from the police. I was well aware that what I was doing was a crime, so I entrusted the knowledge of my crime to Mr. Holmes alone. Should Naruto become cornered with no escape, then at the 11th hour, this may be what he needs to cause the great turnabout. I suppose I was right.
Sasato really thought that far ahead? But then, why didn't you just tell me all of this? Oh, come now, Master Naruhodo. If you knew that much, you'd be deemed an accomplice to a crime. Huh? If it was revealed that you willingly tampered with the scene, you may have been dismissed. That's why Mr. Sato kept the secret so closely held. Master Nahodo, she did this to protect both you and Miss Gina. You dumbass. Sasato.
For one mere moment, I began to doubt the law.
What?
Those who are just may still find themselves unjustly punished. The moment I came to this realization, I became a failure of a legal assistant.
Sasato, you're nothing like Magundal or Crowgray. Crowgray was the one who used that people to lie to the court. And if it weren't for the contradiction caused by that peephole, Gina might have been ruled guilty at the trial. Sasato, you saved Gina's life!
That sentiment means more to me than you could ever know.
Really, it's wonderful that Miss Gina was ruled not guilty. Yeah, but there's still so many questions I have that have been left unanswered. Yeah, I know.
But I can't believe you. I can't believe you deduced that those discs had telegram information on them. That's a truly incredible feat, Naruhodo. I doubt I could have done the same.
Well, we don't even have the full story behind that either.
Really?
There was actually a telegraphist in the jury, but she said that most of her transmission was just meaningless noise. Do realize that this was top secret information. It was likely encrypted as a failsafe just in case it was stolen. Encrypted? This is starting to sound like a nightmare to decode. I'm sure someone with too much time on their hands will come to find the answer.
Which will be you, probably. A.
Hey!
A Sogi?
What the freaking hey? What? What was that?
Maybe not. I'd never heard such a weird voice before. Iris, please repeat what you just said. Huh? Oh, it was, a Sogi?
Oh wait, hold on. Frames dropped right. Damn it! Stop it!
Oh my god.
Not now! Not now! If in case any of you guys missed that, it's spelt out Asogi, and we're like, what?
Hold on, is that what I wrote? I got an O and S right, but I guess I got M wrong.
Why would it?
What? He said he needed to take care of something.
Yeah, that's true. What? Uh-oh. I don't.
Do you think it
Do I think it has to do with what now?
with Lufa Man?
Lufa Man.
Because what? Oh no, I don't know.
Well, maybe because he said, well, what's his name? Dude, what's his? Oh God, Van Zeeks. He says he was betrayed by a Japanese man.
Yeah, I assumed it was Lufa Man.
That's what I'm assuming too. But maybe he went there to do something with Van Zeeks. I don't know. We're not gonna find answers to this whatsoever. Nope. So not now anyway. So.
Do you think it means something?
It doesn't just mean something. Asogi is the name of my best friend.
What? Iris, why on earth do you know that name? I just wrote it down I just noted down some of the code that was played in court earlier.
But she only heard it once. This girl really is a force to be reckoned with.
I thought it might be encoded, so I tried it all sorts of things. I just can't seem to make any meaningful words. At least, when looking from an English point of view. Oh. And then I remembered. English isn't the only variant of Morse code. Every country in the world has its own version of Morse code.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, crap.
Did we look up the Japanese Morse code?
Crap!
Wait, what? Then this is...
I've only seen the Japanese Empire's code chart once, so I think you call it the Iroha code?
Then a telegram says Asogi?
not that I remember the whole thing. Iris, may I see this for a moment?
Sasato, wait, do you understand Japanese Morse code?
Of course, I've studied it. I believe it to be I believe it vital for worldwide communications in the coming era.
If you ask me, learning the English variant was probably the better idea.
Anyway, Iris, please let me see that code. Okay. What on earth does it mean?
As her gaze danced across the seemingly meaningless lines of Morse code, Sasato's face gradually lost its color.
This does certainly appear to be Japanese Morse code.
Wait, does that mean that the British Empire is sending telegrams in Japanese?
I can't say I know yet, but there are 4 sets of characters combinations here that seem to be names.
4 names?
The first is Kei Asogi.
Kazuma Asogi. Why is this name here, though?
The second one is Sashin.
Sashin. I don't think I've heard that name before.
The third is T. Gregson.
Gregson? Most probably Tobias Gregson, the famed inspector himself. Why is the inspector's name coming up in a classified telegram?
And the last.
Is your daddy, probably.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
wrong? What's wrong, Sasato?
Nothing, it's just a surprising name. Oh, what? Who is it? Who? Hurry up and tell us, Susie! The last name is J. Watson.
Oops!
Oh!
What?
What?
Watson?
John H. Watson? That's my daddy's name.
What if it's a kill list?
Okay. What? Oh, no, don't do that.
2 people on that list are dead.
Yeah, but wasn't Asogi's more accidental?
Maybe?
And what did Giselle say to the freaking judge in the chambers?
There's too many questions.
What the hell?
All that's written is J. Watson, so we can't be entirely sure. After the 4 names, the above 4. That's where Iris's memo stops.
I still can't believe it. That disc really had Japanese Morse code. And then we have those 4 mysterious names. It seems that these classified telegrams were parts of a correspondence between the British and Japanese empires.
And maybe my daddy came from Japan. But maybe it's just too good to be true. There are loads of J's and Watsons all over the world, after all.
Professor of UMA University's Department of Medicine, Dr. John H. Watson.
I have to tell her.
There's no way I can tell her what I know right now. We may have solved today's mystery, but it feels as though I've seen the entrance of a dark abyss.
Maybe. The darkness within that abyss isn't meant to be seen by our eyes.
You know, just kind of broke the tension there. Oh, okay.
Alright.
It seems the ship is about to depart.
Yeah.
After I board the steamship, I'll be on my way to France's port of Dunkirk. And from there, I will board a large passenger ship back to Japan. Susie, you're really leaving us?
Safe travels, Miss Sasato.
Thank you. Please, everyone, take care of yourselves.
Sasato! I wish you could have stayed here longer with me, so we can stand in court together.
Naruhodo.
Someday, please, come back. To me. You're the best legal assistant in the whole world, Susato.
Oh. Okay. Yes, of course. I will definitely return. You mean it, Susie? I still haven't fulfilled my promise to you, Iris. What promise? About that manuscript, remember? Oh.
Oh, the Hound of the Baskervilles.
We'll be waiting for you, Susie. We promise. Of course, Iris. Naruhodo,
Yeah?
do you remember when we first met?
Of course I do. How could I forget? When those sailors yanked me out of the SS Eclair's wardrobe, Hugh Sasato tossed me out to the other side of the room.
Oh, come on. I meant what came after that. After we solved that mystery together, I became oddly confident about something. I just knew you would be the one to carry on Kazuma's will.
Sasato.
My intuition wasn't mistaken. I'm sure... No, I swear. One day, I'll be back. Please, take care.
Bye!
Bye, Susato.
Oh hey, it's running full speed. Yay!
Oh, well, yours is. Mine's not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
これでなるほど龍之介最初の冒険の物語はおしまいだ
Ooh, yeah, really slow.
Oh.
思えば不思議な運命に導かれてここまで来たような気がする僕は弁護士になって異国
Oh,
の街で
Wagahai.
名探偵と出会ったこれからもきっとさまざまな困難が僕を待ち受けているのだろうでもどんな危機だって大逆転できるそんな気がするだって僕には世界最高の仲間がいるのだから
Yeah, let me know when it ends for you.
I will. Done.
I'm still going.
What the? No, wait. Okay, well. Did you see the little reference in the, what he was saying?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
She's shouting out from the boat.
Okay, so we apologize, guys. It's going a little slow on.
Oh, trials and tribulations.
Yeah,
Wait.
there's a reference. Yeah, there it is. I feel bad that we finished this now.
Me too. I'm like, crap.
Now what? Oh man, oh man.
I'm still in the cutscene.
It's okay.
Oh, he's playing the viola.
The viola. Yeah, I feel bad I finished this because I don't get to play it anymore, and this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, I'm gonna miss this. I was gonna pause it, but, well, hold on. You'll see.
I have the greatest friends in the world. This is slow. It's like 41%.
Which one are you using again?
I'd switch back to 1041.
No, I'm surprised it's going that slow for you, then. I'm surprised it went full speed for me, I'll be honest with you.
Sunset with the boat.
Yeah, it might take a little while because I think that's all that's left. It's just like,
Ugh. Bless sake, sorry.
No. You don't need to apologize.
I can't believe we finished it today, though.
I know. I wasn't expecting that. Ow, my butt.
Oh, there we go. Now it's Holmes.
Okay. Oh, one more thing, Master Naruhodo. Yes, Mr. Holmes? I've got some pretty bad news for you. The railroad company is suing for that little trifle, the emergency train. Huh?
You went too far. All the other trains got held up at the station.
Oh, well, we wouldn't have made it in time otherwise. So I told them it was all on you see. Huh? Wait, what? You'll probably serve a formal complaint from them by tomorrow. But I'm sure you'll be fine. We had a certain tidbit from Mr. Sato.
She said you love defending yourself, Ryu.
Huh? What?
Don't worry, I'll testify for you in court. I never thought he was the kind of person to do something so awful. Great testimony, right?
Mr. Holmes? Oh, yes? There's a certain word I want to say. By all means, go ahead. Scream it from the depths of your very being.
Oh, I love it when you say it. Go, Ryu.
All right, get ready for this. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Great Ace Attorney.
Yes.
People all over Europe have been sending me tons of music boxes. I was wondering what kind of conspiracy this might be, but as it turns out, I asked for it. Mr. Holmes needs your help to solve a mystery. That newspaper ad was a mistake. They've been flying all off the shelves. Whatever happened to real detective work?
That's funny. Aww.
My deadline is tomorrow. I haven't slept since yesterday. Usually Holmesy takes over breakfast duty at times like this. But he'll just make crumbly toast and muddy coffee. I miss Susie's Japanese breakfasts.
Yasuma Kitagawa. Yes.
Good jobs, person. I didn't know if it would say man or woman, so.
Witness! Your testimony is completely contradictory.
Obviously! Until my cobalt crawled into the meat of its own!
No matter what you think, my boy Karuma knows that I'm innocent. I have to ask that you keep these petty disputes out of the Supreme Court. Snapshot my glorious beard.
Look at my vest thing. I look like a Saiyan.
Oh yeah, Hosonogawa.
After we escorted Nikomina to Shanghai, I did something, I don't know. I arrested a suspicious Japanese man last night. We're taking him home now. I'm not suspicious! All I did was hide Wakai's newborn kittens in my pockets! How dare you treat me like a hardened criminal for protecting these little creatures!
Oh, she had kitties.
Don't!
Oh.
Good to hear that nothing happened to him.
Mm-hmm. This douchebag.
Forensic investigation will be the symbol of a new police force for a new century. I dream of a world where logic and order govern all. Hundreds of components working in perfect order, much like Big Ben itself. Oh, excuse me, I only have 2 minutes and 37 seconds until my next meeting.
Which is probably how long the credits are.
Probably.
Oh my gosh.
Who's next? Hey! I'm in a news issue of the Strand magazine. The boys of the pub will riot when they hear me say my lines. You're pretty good for an amateur. Ha! I'm no match for you, milady.
Okay, Okay, so he's not a bad guy. It's just,
He's-
he's on the list.
He is. That's what it's kind of scary. What the hell's that list? Ah!
Oh, yeah.
I've been spending most of my days visiting Joan, of course. Thank you for that, by the way. Now that I'm going up and down 3 stories every day, my legs are as strong as ever. I've also figured out the secrets of becoming my own maid. The neighbors still haven't realized that I'm both a landlord and a maid.
So does that mean you put on the dress?
Please don't give me that image.
I thought he was gonna have that random maid up there.
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
Hey!
my pat's back home. Oh, thanks to the Grim Reaper.
The most enjoyable part of my job is picking up all this loose change on the street. My life's mission is to keep my wife happy while I protect London and its loose change.
Aw.
Rother, my love.
Pat, my sweet.
They're so cute!
Ah!
All he wanted was some sleep.
And booty!
Oh, God. Oh, Gina.
I guess I ended up in here anyhow. Iris pops over to visit every day, so it's not like I'm going balmy or nothing. Iris is always home's this and home's that. She talks for England, that's for sure. But, you know, that crime scene investigating sounds proper wicked.
Oh, is she gonna be a detective?
I mean, I can see that. Well, Lestrade is it's an homage to an actual Sherlock Holmes character, right? It was investigator.
Oh, I think so. Oh. I threw away my past and walked the path of evil, but I dare not regret a thing.
Stop bigging yourself, bruv. That ain't like the Rupert I know.
Let's get the gang back together, innit? Milverton and Tenpillar Dairies for life. Are we gonna post together? Here we go. Yes.
It'll be just like old times. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yep, I knew it.
10 pillars, woo!
I was like, why are they doing those weird poses? And then, like, he did it, and I was like,
I really we thought he was gonna be their brother or something for sure, but
yeah.
but they were, you know, somehow not say related, but they knew each other.
Right.
No, so sorry.
Oh,
I'll never forget these past 6 months. I've learned that life is a long line of faithful meetings and farewells. Naruhodo, one day, I swear, I will come and find you again. So, I'll just leave this memory here. Until that day comes, Naruhodo, I wish you all the best.
Oh, I miss her. It's just like the first game.
oh!
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, Wagahi.
I want this picture as my background on my camera, on my computer.
Oh.
Secret ending, secret ending.
Eh.
Oh,
What is this?
what's this? Is it another credit scene?
Is it full speed for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is some anime-ass outro going on right now.
It is. Oh, it is. Okay, so it's proper credits.
Okay. All the amazing voice actors. And I believe they said Kana Hanazawa apparently talks for a good number of characters that we know in Japanese.
Oh.
So this is cool.
Oh.
Ah. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that has been there's that bitch right
Oh, that
there.
hoe. Yeah.
This has been the great Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney.
I mean, what else? What is there to say that we haven't said already regarding this game?
It's great. It's a fantastic game, and I really wish they would have ported it over to English.
I mean, I guess I could see some of the issues, I guess. being ported over, like, well, that ain't gonna be politically correct, or things like that, but frankly, I think for the most part, people are not gonna care. They're just gonna play this, you know?
Right.
It is weird, at least from what I'm seeing. I'm so confused why this game and the next one sold poorly. That's the only reason why this trilogy was never completed. I mean,
Oh!
What? Oh, because he left.
Oh! He leaves after the...
Oh, well, you know, I don't like that game. Don't do that to me. But, yeah, I do find it absolutely weird how the game just did not sell well. I would imagine the Japanese audiences would have loved this, but,
She gonna start walking with him?
I'm assuming so. No, they're gonna get eaten up, no!
Ah! The words!
But, yeah, so there they go. Well, I see him so far. Sasato, you better be behind him.
There she is.
Hey. But yeah, no, this game was amazing.
The characters are great. I think that, and Naruhodo is definitely Phoenix to a T.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Really well done. I like how things were kind of together, as far as the cases.
Yes, like it wasn't all like stuck down to like one case each, in a sense. Like the story evolved around everything, and I love when Ace Attorney games do that.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, sometimes they put in like a random case here and there. It's like, what the fudge? But I'm glad that here they followed through of just having an overarching thing, and and obviously it's going to continue over to the next game in the series. But I guess what worries me is that we know that there's going to be a lot of answers not going to be answered in the next... Oh, give me 1 second, actually. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. Yay. Oh, I saw that guy. Oh.
Oh, please walk with him, Iris.
She has to.
Yes!
Yay. And
I'm a big girl.
the good
Thank
people of Scarlet Study, thank you all so much for the hard work.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing this game
I
to
wonder,
us.
I wonder if we're gonna see Shabrisu in here.
Shabrisu! What? Maybe that's not their full name.
Well, probably, or maybe they're using another name for this, but
yeah.
Of all their hard work, we wouldn't have gotten this. And
Yeah.
But we can't thank you all enough.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing this wonderful story to us.
And I know that they're working so hard on the second game, and we can't wait for that as well. And
Totally.
we'll see what happens. We will see what happens.
This is so cute. Ugh.
I just can't believe we did it.
I know.
Now do a Japanese anime pose. Come on.
There you go.
Yay!
Yeah! They did the thing!
Hold it, Mr. Holmes. That's bullshit.
There we go. Yay!
I don't know what that says, but yay!
Woot.
Is that it? Oh, data's being saved.
New case has been secretly added.
Oh,
Dang.
damn! But ladies and gentlemen...
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually, wait, do we see the, we saw the imagery for the Baskervilles, right? Yeah. But that's it!
That's it.
That's the Great Ace Attorney. You guys were so damn patient with me, and we finally did it. And I can't thank you all enough.
Yes. Thank you.
And obviously I can't thank you enough, Danny, for putting up with all this and me and streaming. I know I did say, like, oh, you know, if things don't work out, I'm gonna have to do this on my own. Thank God I didn't.
Oh.
Simple as that. I honestly couldn't.
Can you imagine doing all those voices? I mean, you did.
I used to, yeah, and I do it still here and there for certain games I play. I mean, it's possible, yes, but it would, come on, it wouldn't be as memorable. I mean,
Yeah.
I love our reactions. I'm sure everyone else does too, so.
Oh my god, I wish we could make a highlights reel of all the moments in this game.
I'm sure that, I'm sure it could be possible if I did editing, but I don't want to do that. I could just take the clips that were made and do it like that, but then again, those are spoilerish.
Yeah.
But, or I can just warn people in the beginning, spoilers ahead! But, yeah, no, this has been an amazing time, and I'm just sad that now we're done with this, because it's like, now what do I do?
I know. Oh.
Hurry, gotta find another game to stream.
We'll think of something. We still gotta do the Great Aviary Attorney.
You know, I was just thinking about that yesterday, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Me too! Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh boy, I think we have the next stream planned. Maybe.
Yes,
We'll see.
maybe.
We'll see, guys.
Oh my god. Well, thank you for having me on. It's always a blast to stream with you, and especially this story. I'm like, oh.
Of course. No, I mean, I wouldn't have it had it any other way. I mean, there's too many damn memories that's been here, and
Yep.
I'm sure people are thinking, what's our ranking for this game?
I
don't know yet. That's gonna take time to digest and figure out.
Yeah.
But it was a hell of a ride. Simple as that. Shadow Knight, thank you so much for the 100 bits as well, and
Thank you for the biddies.
and to all you guys out there watching, being so patient with us and understanding that we weren't really talking with chat and things like that. I thank you all so much for understanding and watching. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably won't be here when I start streaming other stuff. That's entirely okay. I just want to thank you all for coming here for this stream. And
Thank you.
If you guys haven't, I mean, you can always follow me on my Discord, and you know, we also have my YouTube and my Twitter. So, to follow me along, and of course, don't forget to follow Danny and her stuff, and watch all her amazing animus. But yeah, I guess until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching our stream of the Great Ace Attorney.
Yes.
We love you all so much. Have a wonderful and safe day.
Bye.